Hello, and welcome to Tropical Acres Butcher Shop. Today we're going to show you how to cook a steak in a cast iron pan. Because unfortunately right now, I know a lot of you don't have a grill, you don't have access to a grill. So we wanted to make this video to show everybody how you can cook a steak in a cast iron pan at home. And if you don't have a cast iron pan, I highly recommend getting one, but you can do this in a regular pan as well. So let's get started. For this video, we're going to cook this beautiful 14-ounce New York strip, nice and thick, with a good amount of fat. And the reason I picked this steak is because it really works best in a cast iron pan. So just like we do with all of our steaks, before we cook them, we're going to take them out of the fridge 20-30 minutes before. We're going to take our special butcher shop seasoning, just salt, pepper, and garlic, really simple. You can pick it up here at the butcher shop. We're going to season our meat from up high so that we get a nice even spread of seasoning all over. It's a thick steak, so let's make sure we get that fatty side too. The other side. We want to liberally season our meat because most of this is going to fall off on the grill, unfortunately. There you go. Steak is ready. Let it rest for 20 minutes before we start. So, while we've got our steak coming to room temperature, as you can see, I've got a cast iron pan here. On my grill. At home, you do this on your stove top. We're just using the grill here at the restaurant. So we've got our cast iron pan here on the grill. It's been coming up to temperature for about 10 minutes on medium heat. I can feel that it's actually pretty hot. So our steak's been resting for 20 minutes. And here's a little pro tip for you. We're going to actually start with the fat side of the steak. So we're going to take this fatty part. We're going to put that down in the pan first and not touch it for a little bit. What this is going to do, it's going to render that nice chunk of fat, and it's going to melt in the pan and become the cooking oil for the steak. You notice I didn't put any butter or olive oil in the pan before because I'm literally rendering the fat from the steak so that we can cook the steak in its own fat. Really easy process, something that a lot of people don't think to do, but again, it's a simple step that you can take to have a huge impact on the overall product at the end. Want to keep an eye on it, checking to see that we're not burning, getting good contact. You can really take your time with this. If you lower the heat and you want to render that fat all the way down and have a little crispy edge, you can. Really not necessary. We're literally just looking to have some faster cooking. So as we can see, we've got plenty of fat in the pan now. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the steak onto one side. Pressing down across, making sure we have good contact. We're going to let this go anywhere from 4 to 5 minutes on each side, considering that it is a thicker steak. That alone is not going to bring it to the medium rare that we're looking for. We're going to actually butter-baste the steak with some aromatics like rosemary and garlic. Not only is that going to give us a great crust, increase the flavor, but it's also going to help the steak come to that final medium rare around 130 degrees Fahrenheit. A little pro tip that you can use to get a really great crust is actually moving the steak around in the pan like so. Every couple of minutes, find a new spot in the pan that's really hot. This helps you develop a nice thick crust. just took a beat. The crust is looking really nice. So I think I'm about ready to flip this steak. Beautiful crust on the edges. Fat is nice. Steak is still soft to the touch. We flip the steak. We're going to let it go on that side for another 4 to 5 minutes before we start the basting. All right. So the steak's done about 5 minutes on each side, including that first step of rendering the fat. We did about 1 minute on the opposite side because it is so thick. Now we're going to start the basting process. So I've got some rosemary and garlic. You don't have to take it out of the peel. I just crush it with a knife. That goes into the pan. Next thing we throw in is a little bit of butter. So we want to let that melt down. And if you were here to smell this, it is just amazing. The aromas it gives off. But we can even take it off the heat a little bit. We want to let the steak hang out up there. We're just going to start to baste the steak with our brown butter. It has all that delicious flavor from the garlic and the rosemary. This is going to help cook the steak a little bit more, but overall it's going to give it just incredible flavor. And this is how they do it in the fancy restaurants. We don't necessarily do this method here all the time, but if you do not have a grill, this is one of my favorite ways to cook a steak. Put everything on top of that. Just like we do with all of our steaks, we're going to rest it on a cooling rack. With steak, we like to rest it for half of the time it takes to cook. This steak took about 12 minutes to cook. I'm going to rest it 5 to 6 minutes. No need to cook. All right, so we're back. This steak has rested 5 or 6 minutes. It looks beautiful, and we're going to slice into it and see how we did. Just going to remove the garlic, but I would save that. It makes a beautiful garnish. Got an awesome crust on this. Feels perfect medium rare to me. So let's see. Delicious New York strip, medium rare, end to end. I want to thank everybody for joining us in this video. So that's it for today. That's how you cook a steak in a cast iron pan. Beautiful butter base to finish it. I want to thank everybody for watching this video and for supporting us here at Tropic Lakers Butcher Shop. We'll see you next time.